Ride along with us now as we explore beautiful Animas Forks Trail. Our day starts in Durango, Colorado. Elevation 6,522 feet. We chose Durango as our jumping off spot as it's only 48 miles from Silverton, which is just a little over an hour drive time. This is our first time in Durango, Colorado, and to be honest, we fell in love with this town. Durango is an historic mountain town in the southwest corner of Colorado, known for its rich western heritage, outdoor recreation, and the Durango and Silverton narrow gauge railroad. Let's give you a quick tour of beautiful downtown Durango. On the right, we see the amazing Strater Hotel. The hotel opened in 1887 at the height of the American Gilded Age. Down at the south end of Main Street, we find the Durango train station. Durango was founded by the Denver and Rio Grande Railway in 1880. The railroad arrived in Durango on August 5, 1881, and construction on the line to Silverton began in the fall of the same year. While in Durango, be sure and start your day at the Jean-Pierre Bakery and Wine Bar right on Main Street. Okay, time to jump on the 550 North and head to Silverton. The 550 North is known as the $1 Million Highway, and the views on this drive do not disappoint. We made this trip in early September, and as you can see, the color in the San Juan Mountains is getting spectacular. And here you can see, just about an hour into our drive, the town of Silverton coming into view. As we come down off the mountain, we arrive into Silverton. Silverton began as a gold and silver mining boomtown in the 1870s, established in Baker's Park after the Ute lands were opened, becoming a rough and tumble hub connected by railroads like the Durango and Silverton narrow gauge. It prospered in minerals like gold, silver, and lead and zinc, peaking around 1900 to 1912. Today's Silverton is a playground for rafting, backcountry exploration, mountain biking, fishing, hiking, horseback riding, hunting, camping, and of course, jeeping. For a wonderful day trip, you can leave Durango on the iconic Durango and Silverton narrow gauge railroad and arrive right into Silverton. As you can see, Silverton retains much of its historic presence. Now it's time for us to head out of town and get on the trails. The first part of our trip today will be Silverton to Animas Forks townsite. That's about 12 miles. From Animas Forks, we're going to head up to California Pass, which is about another 4 miles. Conditions can change quickly in the San Juan Mountains, so always go prepared. Down close to Silverton, the road is wide and well maintained. All around you, you'll see remnants of the past. Just before arriving in Animas Forks, we see the foundational remains of the Gold Prince Mill. This historic photograph gives us some idea of the size of the operation here. Just 12 miles from Silverton, we arrive into Animas Forks. Now it's time to get the Jeep parked and have a look around. Animas Forks, at 11,160 feet in elevation, was originally named Three Forks due to its location at the junction of 3 trails at the headwaters of the Animas River. The first log cabin in Animas Forks was built in 1873. By 1876, the community boasted of having a hotel, general store, saloon, post office, and over 30 residential cabins. By 1883, the population grew to nearly 450 people. Let's take a little walking tour and I'll show you around. Just as you enter Animas Forks and on your right is a county jail. This was built in 1882. The original door with the barred window is currently on display at the San Juan County Museum in Silverton. Just north of the jail, on a gentle slope, you'll find this foundation. This is all that remains of the Gold Prince boarding house. Nearly 150 men who worked in the Gold Prince Mill were housed in the 3-story Gold Prince boarding house. Here's a picture of the 3-story boarding house circa 1910. The Animas Forks town site was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2011. The Bureau of Land Management manages the site, and the remaining buildings have been stabilized and restored. 9 buildings remain standing, including the 2-story Duncan House, the Columbus Mill, and the jail structure, which is the oldest building on the site. In this photo, we're looking through the window of the Gustafson House down to the Duncan House. In this photo, circa 1800, the Duncan House can be seen here. Animas Forks was beset by 2 fires, the major one being in 1891 and again in 1913, destroying a good portion of the town. The 2-story Duncan home, with its impressive bay window, was built in 1879 by William Duncan. And here's a beautiful view looking south out those bay windows of the Duncan home. As we get back on the trail and head out of Animas Forks, the bridge up here on the right over the river takes you to Cinnamon Pass and Engineer Pass, part of the Alpine Loop. Up here on the right, we can see the remains of the Columbus Mine and Mill. Now let's cross over West Fork Animas River and make our way up California Gulch. The trail above Animas Forks, as you can see, begins to narrow a little bit, but it's still an easy road to travel. Up ahead of us on the right is the Frisco-Bagley Mill. Let's pull in and take a look. Constructed in 1912, the Frisco-Bagley Mill is a rare example of a prefabricated early 1900s concentration mill. The mill's structural components were pre-cut, pre-fit, and number and letter coded in Silverton, and then transported to the site for assembly. To reduce operation costs, the majority of the milling equipment was installed on a single level and sheltered by a gable roof superstructure. I can only imagine the sights and sound of a mill like this during full operation. It must have really been something to witness. All right, let's keep pushing on towards California Gulch. You can see as we're slowly heading up in elevation that soon we're going to be beyond the Timberline. Our next stop is going to be up here on the right at the Vermilion Mine. It's a short hike up to the mine from where we parked the Jeep, and it's a great place to stretch your legs and take it all in. Time to get a closer look and imagine in my mind what it must have been like to be living and working up here. Pretty incredible. All right, back in the Jeep and back on the trail. As we climb up, you notice a lack of trees. This landscape has its own look to it, and it's just stunning everywhere you look. Another impression I had as we approached the summit is that you really do feel like you can reach out and touch the sky. I'm going to let the camera run so we can enjoy the ride and this incredible scenery. And here we are at California Pass. Time to get out of the Jeep and take a look around. At an elevation of 12,960 feet, this is just spectacular. Standing up here on California Pass, which feels like the top of the world, we can see Lake Como down there on our left. Remember earlier I mentioned it feels like from up here you could touch the sky? This image illustrates that perfectly. As the shadows begin to grow long on what turned out to be another perfect day on the trail, it's time for us to head back down the way we came. We absolutely loved running Animas Forks. While the trail itself is not difficult or technical to run, we loved exploring historic Animas Forks settlement and learning of all the history of this area, as well as the incredible scenery that you roll through all day long. Animas Forks Trail. This one should definitely be on your bucket list. Until next time, stay safe, and we'll see you on the trails.